Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video is a little bit of a different type of video. Basically it's gonna be about stop worrying about clients and design anyways. This is like a philosophy, or I guess philosophy. I feel like a fucking weirdo saying that shit, but it's like a way of working for me that kind of got me through, the doubtful periods of this whole design journey. I'm still getting there. I'm not like at the top or anything like that, but like I'm making this video for like people in the same position as like the younger me, and hopefully it helps you guys out in some way, even if you're not a graphic designer or you might be in different fields, wherever. I feel like this is still going to help you in some way, or if you just apply this to whatever that is, I feel like it will help you. But yeah, the first thing I want to kind of talk about is focusing on your craft. If you see me looking over here, it's because like I have my like kind of points laid out, right? But first thing you might do is just focus on your craft, or that's like the first point. And the reason I say focus on your craft, I'm not saying like only focus on your craft, don't look at clients until you have it, like until you're a pro, or like all that shit. Obviously you want to still take your clients, but focus on the craft. As you get better at the craft, the clients will come eventually, and the money will come eventually. And that's with anything in life. If you're just focused on the outcome, you will never really see that shit. You will never see that shit because you're not trying to get better. You're not really trying to, you feel me? If you don't focus on the craft, I'll give you guys a personal example. For me, I used to just design whenever I felt like it. Okay. I would go on Pinterest. I would find couple of inspirations. I'd be like, okay, let me put this together. Boom, I'd post on Instagram maybe 2 or 3 like pictures in one post. I'll post that like once a week, right? Boom. Outside of that period, maybe like 2 hours out of a whole week, I wouldn't design again. I would literally just like, I don't know, I would just rather hop onto a game. I'm not saying playing games or anything is bad, but I would just rather hop on games instead of improve my craft. And I feel like once you kind of realize what you want to do and you kind of find a purpose with this shit, you gotta like go ahead, and I'm not saying cut shit out. I'm not gonna tell anyone to do something. Like, you don't have to cut games out or anything like that. I just got really bored of games, right? I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, focus on the craft, get good at the craft. Break down cover arts, as many cover arts as you can, because the reason I'm saying this is because you will never get that time back. This like learning period, especially if you're starting off, right, you will never get that time back. So you might as well use it to the best of your ability to actually like set yourself up for success. Try learn from the pros. Like, I'm not saying I'm a pro, but study cover arts, like big designers in the scene. Kind of just see what they do, like their philosophy, if they have any interviews or anything like that. Creative directors, even Virgil has some good principles. Like all these different people, just try to learn as much as you can. And also, breaking down designs. So what I used to do was I would see a cover art on Instagram. I used to recreate that shit, and I'd learn new shit. I'd fail at it, but me failing at that would add a different kind of like tool to my arsenal, right? So I might learn, okay, they use this certain adjustment to get this certain look, and then I would just build it up over time. So you just get 1% better every day. When you do that, I'm telling you guys, once you really focus on the craft and you really fall in love with the craft, whatever it is you're doing, you will find success with that shit one way or another. Now, I'm not saying I'm the most successful person in this shit. I'm just saying, from my point of view, and the point I'm at right now is, I wish I knew this shit. And me knowing this, I feel like will help some of you guys out when you're starting, all that shit. I'm not saying this to say I'm at the top of it or anything like that. I feel like it might come across that way in some ways, but yeah, just focus on getting better, getting faster, especially because I'm speaking on it in the next point, but basically your time will come. That's the next point. But obviously experiment with designs and all that, right? So moving on to the next point, your time will come. Now, a lot of people might hear that and be like, okay, like what the fuck does that mean? I want it now. And if you want something now, if you want something right now, you're in a tough little position, because a lot of shit takes time. Okay, so for you to, let's just say, let's just throw something out, right? You want to make 10 clients, or you want to get 10 clients in a month. If you're not making 10 or if you're not making 10 converts every single day, or not, no, if you're not making 10 converts every single month, right? Please don't expect to get 10 clients every month. And that's kind of like how I've been living it. I'm not saying 10 clients is crazy or it's not crazy, you know, it depends on your price and shit like that. But basically everything all aligns with your time will come when you least expect it. So use the time right now where you have no clients to actually go ahead and be better, right? Work on being better, work on, you know, designing more, being able to handle different projects. Like if I were you, that's another point, right? But don't be so caught up in clients not coming your way right off the bat. Like if you're new to this, maybe like you're a couple months in, you have no clients, don't even worry about that shit. Just worry about being the best designer you can be, and they will naturally come. And when they do come, you'll be prepared for it. I'll give you guys an example. So in July, I think in July, I, you know, got a little influx of clients. You know, I got a little influx of clients, and at that point, I was only designing like once every day, right, for my reels. Right. I was designing once every day. Boom, I got hit with a flood of clients, right, and I wasn't prepared for it. So what happened? I burned the fuck out. And what would usually take me like a day or two to make, it took me a whole month to make, like to finish every single client, even though it really should have took like a week maybe max. And the reason is because I wasn't prepared for all that like stress of, okay, I gotta get this shit done, I didn't have a system in place. I didn't know anything about like managing that many clients for a single week. And you know, I say that to say your time will come when you least expect it. So try your best to put in, like, try your best to be as consistent as you can. Design as much as you can, design as fast as you can, and be as creative as you can. If you can do all of that, I'm telling you guys, you will, like, when your time does come, you will be so much like better off. You'll be able to get those clients and then keep the momentum going. Like, let's just say, crazy example, probably not realistic, you'll get 10 clients in a week, and then let's just say you continue that over 4 weeks, right? If you crumble on the first week, you will not keep that momentum. You will not be able to get any more opportunities or anything like that, right? But if you are able to fucking stay with that pressure, oh my god, bro, I'm telling you guys, you will go so fucking far. Whether it's with you know, just normal client work, or if it's with big fucking like rappers, right? Big rappers, they need shit fast, right? So you got to be on the fucking ball with that shit. But yeah, next point is every day with no clients is a free training day. So it kind of links with your time will come. But use those days you get no clients or you have no clients, and be grateful for them, that you can experiment and and find ways to get better. Now, there's a million ways to get better. There's a million ways to improve your workflow. For me personally, I use my fucking packs and shit like that. You guys can use them too. That's kind of like why I built them and whatever. But that's kind of like why I built them, is kind of like share and to like destroy a lot of and to speed up a lot of people's, you know, learning curve, learning process and all that. I'm not saying you have to buy the packs, right? I'm not trying to plug anything here, but I'm just saying, like, that's a way that I kind of, you know, improved my workflow. But every day with no clients is a free training, bro. So just keep that in the back of your mind, and I promise you guys, you'll go crazy, right? Next kind of point is, all these lead into each other, right? Design like you already have clients. This kind of leads into like more manifestation, I guess. This is kind of like what worked for me. But when you do something as if you already have it, so it's called the law of assumption. Basically, when you're doing something that basically when you're doing something like you already have something, right? That thing will come to you. If you're designing and in the back of your head you're like, damn, I have no fucking clients, I have blah blah blah, you're not really gonna get clients. Like, that's just how it works. Like, that's what I've experienced in my life. You guys can, you know, try that. But I'm just saying, if you guys are designing, like, let's just say you make a cover art for a Samsung, right? If you just treat that as like, okay, yeah, he just hit me up, boom, he just sent a payment, bow, right? Some shit will happen. You'll start getting used to that, like, subconsciously. You just start getting used to, you know, okay, I'm gonna pay for this, I'm gonna pay for this, I'm gonna pay. Even if you're really not, like, you're just building that, like, muscle, I guess. And it might sound woo woo. I'm not really like trying to push anything like that on this channel because it's like more design based. Like, I'm not really trying to do all that, but just design like you already have clients. So if you were to, let's just say you have a client system in your notes app, right? And you write down all your clients in there, and you write all your clients in there. Just write down, even if you have no clients, just write down, I gotta do a Samsung cover today, or I gotta do whatever, bro. And you guys will see insane results in like do that and post on reels. You have to take like the actual action as well. If you guys post on reels, TikTok, or even just like normal carousels or whatever, just put your work out there. Telling you guys, you will go fucking crazy, right? And that's basically all I have to say for this video. I will be live on Twitch tonight at 10 p.m. GMT or 5 p.m. EST. So if you guys want to go ahead, slide through on there. Like, hey, I can talk about more about this shit or whatever, but if you guys have more questions or anything like that, I'm gonna just be chilling, designing all that shit. So follow the gram, join the Discord, and yeah, that's it for today. Hopefully I helped you guys out in some way, shape, or form, and yeah.